Hello everyone, I'm Nini FC and this is Blue Lines TV and welcome to another match review of our 0-0 draw but 5-4 win over Lyon tonight in the International Cup. You guys, I've got a few thoughts and opinions on this game. You guys know that I'm not here to narrate to you what happened during the game. But anyway, some interesting things that caught my eye. Of course, Loftus, the lineup, plus our development tactically under Sarri. But again, starting with the lineup, and there are quite a few players, obviously, that haven't really played together. And I need to address this quickly. I need to address this first because sometimes we have to really measure how we view the games and how we think objectively and how we think critically as well. One thing to consider is this, in a way, was like using a B team, a midfield of Baka and Drinkwater. Let's be realistic. They're not going to be playing much at all during the season. There's a massive chance that these guys will be leaving as well. So you're not going to get the fair assessment, really, of how we're progressing under Sarri. But in a sense, it was a good opportunity for the squad guys to really show what they're about and if they can adapt and develop to the system. Let's be seriously, guys. Football, the first 11, it's a team game. It's about having that understanding with your teammates. It's not about having the 11 best individual players. It doesn't matter if they can't play as a team. So it was understandable today why the team struggled at times to really create anything when it came to those forward transitions and those attacking opportunities. And most times when things did happen during those attacking transitions, it was mostly coming through individual play instead of it being a team focus. So that was definitely one thing that I did notice. But I'm going to start from the back, working my way up to the team, starting with the defence, Christensen and Ampadu. And the great thing is, you guys, I've always said this. One advantage we have at Chelsea is the fact that we have so many amazing ball-playing defenders that can play out from the back pretty easily. And these guys come at a premium in today's market. For example, look at the price Man City paid for guys like... And another example is the fact that Juventus re-signed Bonucci because, again, they were struggling for that top-class ball-playing defender. And, I thought Ampadu's performance was very good. Now, whenever he was playing alongside David Luiz, I must admit, through the TV screen, it was hard to really tell the difference. But with Ampadu, he's someone that's definitely benefited as a player since he's joined Chelsea. Technically, he's got much better. His passing's got much better, you guys. I've always felt his best position is in defence. I feel that is the best position for his career as well. He has that height. He has that leadership ability. He's good aerially. He has that tenacity as well. And his tackling is pretty good on top of that. And looking at how he's developed physically, he's got even bigger and he looks even stronger. And this guy's only 18 years old, which we keep forgetting. And the guy's looking the same size as guys like Rudiger and David Luiz already. So he definitely is a very exciting prospect for the future. I think Christensen too, a few shaky moments, but you guys got to remember, it's not as if he's been playing 90 minutes for every single preseason game. So that's going to come. I'm stressing this point all the time. It was the World Cup that's really affected what we can do with our preseason because all the players are coming back late. And it does make you realise too as well, the fact that why did the Premier League start the season so early? So many stupid things. Number one, with the transfer window and with starting the season even earlier on top of that. It's hard for these guys to really come back and develop and get that match fitness ready on time. But I thought those two stood out for me, especially Ampadu. I've got to talk about Loftus. I thought it was a very good performance. Now, that doesn't mean that it was 10 out of 10, of course not. But it was a good performance in the sense that the guy hasn't played at all during pre-season. He's played 50 minutes against Arsenal, and this is like his first proper start, playing in a different tactical setup, playing in his natural position in midfield. And I'm sorry, you guys, immediately I could see the difference between him and Ross Barkley. Number one was the first touch, the speed in which he controls the ball, and then he faces the goal, and then releases the ball on top of that. It's seamless. The first touch is amazing, and that's always a great sign to look at for a player when it comes to judging their abilities as a player. His decision making on the ball as well was very good. And those moments where he was driving and linking up with players was very good. We saw those backheel flicks. That really shows you that he understands the game around him. He linked up very well with Emerson on the left and with Willian on top of that. And, he picked moments when he could drive at people and meant to cut inside. And, of course, you can expect more from him. I kind of feel that people are always expecting some world-class 10 out of 10 performance, which isn't fair because when do you really see that from any type of player, really? He needs that game time. He needs that consistency first before he can really grow into his own and really show what he can do. I mean, we keep forgetting the guy hasn't even played 100 league games yet in his entire career. He had an injury crisis too at Crystal Palace on top of that. The guy's really just showing us pure ability and talent at this moment in his career. 22 years old, by now should have played at least, in my opinion, more than 150 games. Isn't anywhere close to that. And that comes down to people at Chelsea and obviously his injuries on top of that. But it lets you know, wow, I mean, this guy played minimal football, gets into the England team for the World Cup. He's an exciting talent. He's an exciting prospect. And I'm really hoping that Sarri's going to fine-tune his game and really just give him that confidence to express himself and show what he can do. And it was exciting to see. And I'm just praying that, you know, next time I see him play, he's going to be playing alongside Kante and Jorginho and not playing with Drinkwater and Bakayoko. Because again, you guys, that's not a real audition in my opinion, because these guys won't be playing whatsoever. But other things worth mentioning, but guys like Willian and Moses. Now with Willian, again, he hasn't played much at all. He played in his natural left-hand side. And there are moments where the link-up play was very effective with Emerson on the left. With Moses, again, this guy, for me, I personally feel makes more sense as a right-back. That doesn't mean he was bad. Of course not. Of course, people will never, ever be objective with Victor Moses because they've already created opinions about him. But the way in which he keeps the ball and keeps possession is very good. And this is why I think that, you know, his ability to maintain possession and play under pressure and beat a press is ideal in a full-back position. And I'm hoping that hopefully Sarri does see the way and reverts him back to that position. But to be honest, I'm thinking it's going to take an injury to happen first before Sarri even considers something like that. But so far, it's not looking great for Moses in the sense that he is going to be that backup player. And I'm not expecting him to play much at all. But got to talk about Emerson. Emerson, again, just contrast Emerson and Marcus Alonso. It's night and day, the pace. The guy is always willing to make that overlap as well. And that's what really helps stretch the play and provide the width. And he's very good on the board on top of that. He can beat his man. Very good under pressure. The guy makes so much sense playing as a left back for me. Compared to Marcus Alonso, I mean, you saw his performance that final 30 minutes. It wasn't anywhere near that same level of dynamism down that left-hand side. Barely saw any overlaps on top of that. Didn't look to beat his man or get to the byline. And I think you miss out on quite a lot with him in an offensive capacity. I'm just being honest, you guys. But still, as I keep saying all the time, trust in the process. It's going to take us many, many games. I mean, for example, if you really wanted to do your due diligence, you can literally find accounts of what Napoli fans have been saying. They've all said the same thing. It's going to take us another 5 or 7 games to get used to things. And here's why. Number one, when the subs were made, Hazard came on. Now, did Hazard have the greatest performance? No. Should we be judging him on the merit of his performance? Of course not, because he hasn't played. It's his first time playing under Sarri as well. He's going to need time. He's definitely not going to be ready straight away for the start of the season. That's not one thing. Other things as well, we haven't seen the first team really play much together. Of course, Kante coming back into the game. And actually, I need to talk about Kante. Again, as I'm saying, with Kante already, you guys, him being that guy that's going to help us win back possession quickly in the opposition half. We've been seeing glimpses of this already, winning those 50-50s that no other player wins, and obviously having the technical capacity and the speed of thought to help maintain possession and keep the flow going. That's going to be a fantastic thing. He's going to transform how we do press and close down teams. And of course, that's going to give that protection to Jorginho that he needs to really advance a bit more with the ball in the opposition half to find those passes. I mean, there was one moment in particular, an amazing pass by Jorginho to Kante. He was very unfortunate with his effort, but it was a fantastic world-class pass, perfect weight, perfect backspin. And this is the guy that can really transform how we do manipulate the ball in midfield. And Kante obviously gives him that protection to really have that license to do what he needs to do. Again, I can't really comment too much on how we're progressing tactically because it wasn't really the first choice lineup you were seeing. And again, it was really a chance for the backup players to shine and show what they're about, which was interesting. A few stood out for me. And honestly, I didn't really see too many players struggling in that sense. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just to speak briefly again about Ruben and Barkley. I don't know. I'm looking at Barkley again, just comparing the performances. Barkley constantly lost the ball. How many times did he not play a forward pass? When it came to advancing in the final areas, again, very slow on the ball on top of that. I think already you can just see that Ruben's more suited to it. And I kind of feel that Barkley is playing with a lot of pressure. He is playing with a lot of nerves. And really, Ruben has a chance now to really make this position his own. and really take control of how things can proceed. But you guys, of course, unfortunately, we didn't create too many chances. I think Ruben, of course, had a chance. Very unfortunate with his little chip and dinks effort. But yeah, we didn't really create too many opportunities. And of course, Lyon were going to create some chances on the counter themselves. I mean, they are a good team. They do play a very nice system as well. And in that sense, it was a very good team to play against in terms of coping with teams that are comfortable with possession and do have pace on the counter-attack. And again, you know, we did keep more possession than Lyon. Lyon are a team that like to use possession themselves. So it goes to show that the team are starting to slowly get used to the possession football. Yeah, we did win on penalties, to be honest. I don't really care that much because, again, it's only the International Cup. It's nothing really to get too excited about. Is it nice to win? Of course, you know, for the fans that pay to watch, of course, they got their money's worth. So, of course, in that sense, makes sense. Me, personally, I don't really care too much. But, yeah, I'm going to end the match review here. Tomorrow, I'm going to release the talking points from this game. I do think it's interesting, too, in terms of the fact that we are getting that idea of what the first team is going to be for the game against Huddersfield. I do personally feel, because we didn't see Hudson-Odoi here, I think he will be starting that game. I think that Hazard's not ready yet. Willian as well. Hudson-Odoi was rested. I think Louise was another case of him being rested for this game on top of that. But I definitely think some players gave Surrey food for thought. Emerson and Purdue and Ruben Loftus-Cheek in particular. So it is going to be interesting to see what happens. But anyway, you guys, thank you for watching today's video. Please like, comment and subscribe. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Line CV. Signing out.